Hi everybody, welcome to the South Australian Sports Show. I hope you can stay with us for the next hour. As always, Big Barry Curtin joins me. Baz, how are you?
Mate, good, I'm terrific.
We need to, I know it's a sensitive issue, but there's a couple of things. So Paddy Ryder obviously dropped for last week, along with Ollie Wines and Justin Westhoff.
Yep.
So big,
well, not Ollie.
Powell Pepper.
Powell Pepper, yeah.
So for Ken Hinkley, it's a tough week for Ken to do that. As a coach, he knows he has to do it, but what makes it a little bit trickier is it's around that time that Paddy's also talking about extending his contract. So I think we need to have some admiration for Ken and for the club that they were prepared to go along with that. So well done to them. Obviously they get the win, so it justifies what they did. But it appears to be the only time we ever get any play at the South Australia, be it Crows or Power, is when there's some contract negotiation going on. So, well, Paddy Ryder's not going to be with the Power next year. He wants 3 years and only offering him one, or Sam Jacobs is leaving, the Crows aren't playing him. We never get any publicity outside of South Australia unless there's something controversial. Is that unfair?
No, I think you're pretty close to the mark there. I mean, really, I've heard nothing about Port Adelaide in interstate until this happened. Bang. The selection, which was a shock to a lot of people, including Ryder, Westhoff and Powell Pepper.
Do you reckon Justin Westhoff's form's been a little
down?
So going back, and obviously they play, well, Powell Pepper, Westhoff and Ryder, North Adelaide probably...
And Tom Rockcliffe.
And Rockcliffe as well. Go, not going to be a good weekend for North Adelaide in the SANFL, but Paddy Ryder answers his critics by just going down and playing really good footy. Then the rest of this stuff just blows away.
It does,
Westhoff just needs to have a run and get his confidence back. He's just been such a great player for so long,
Fantastic player. But, you know, he played brilliantly in the first game of the year against Melbourne. He kicked 5 goals against Melbourne. I think the trouble with Westy is that he gets used in a lot of areas. So he's never settled in one.
He's a multi-purpose player, isn't he?
You know, so he's been... And this year with the 6-6-6, he can't be that man that drops back and...
Multi-purpose.
Plugs a hole in defence or whatever, you know. So there's a lot happening in his life as a footballer. But his form hasn't been great. And you can tell that by his goal kicking. Confidence is down. So, OK, go down, get a kick, because these guys won't be down for long.
No.
Especially Ryder
none of those three are going to be down
Westhoff,
for long.
You know, they won't be down for long.
Terrific win against Geelong, no doubt about it. What does that mean for the Crows now venturing to Geelong to play a team that got beaten?
It was quite funny, mate, because I got thanked by a couple of Crows friends that I got. Thanks very much. You know, you've now slapped the beast. That's right.
Although the Crows haven't won down there, I don't think, since...
But they're gettable, Phil.
2003.
They're gettable. The Crows are in good form. Geelong are gettable. I know they haven't won down there for a long time, and I know a lot of teams struggle when they go down there.
It's a tough ground to play.
But there's got to be a little bit of doubt in Geelong's mind now.
No question. And there would be the upside.
You got touched up in contested ball, you got touched up in inside 50s, you got touched up in centre clearances, so it's all there.
What it does,
and they were sitting there watching it.
Well, it should that they're vulnerable, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
Which gives you some more confidence going into the game. No doubt about it.
And they would think that themselves now. They would have waltzed into the Port Adelaide game thinking, you know, OK, we're top, only lost one, we're cruising, we won here the last 6 times we played here, Geelong, and yet got pantsed. So reverse it. Adelaide should be thinking the same thing. We have won here for last 8 starts. Let's go down there. Nothing to lose. Have a crack at it.
All right. Well, stay with us on the show because we have got plenty to talk about, plenty of super guests coming up. Time to get over to Bridget for all the sporting news. Bridget?
Thanks, boys. I'm Bridget, and here's what's happening in SA Sport. South Australian rowers have helped make this year's Rowing World Cup the most successful in the country's history. PAC man Alexander Hill and Melbourne's Josh Booth dominated the men's pair, leading from start to finish to claim gold. SA's Molly Goodman led Australia to a shock win over reigning premiers the United States in the women's 8. The Aussie team wrapped up its first World Rowing Cup of the season by topping both the medal tally and the points table in Poland. This is the first time this has been done by Australia in a European competition. To squash now, and congratulations are in order for Alex Hayden, who has claimed the Junior Female Athlete of the Year at the South Australian Squash Awards. Originally hailing from Clare, Alex continuously represents Australia at the highest level, most recently claiming bronze at the World Doubles Championships. Alex currently sits comfortably at the top of the under-19 female Australian rankings. To AFL now, and Port Adelaide have clinched the win of their season over the weekend, defeating the top-of-the-table Cats in a hard-fought contest. The Power welcomed back star trio Charlie Dixon, Ollie Wines and Brad Ebert in the stellar game. Port will be hoping to retain their position in the 8 when they take on the Bulldogs at home tomorrow night. To the other side of town, and the Crows are currently in battle with the Cats in Geelong. A win would see Adelaide jump back to the top 4 and all but guarantee a finals berth for the club. To netball, and you could not spit the Adelaide Thunderbirds and the New South Wales Swifts as they played the 5th draw of the Super Netball season. The teams were neck and neck all game and continued to rise in intensity each quarter. Sasha Glasgow was the T-Birds' best, shooting at an impressive 92% efficiency. All teams will now head into the long break for the World Cup, with the T-Birds next playing in late July against the Vixens. The Adelaide 36ers have signed big man Eric Griffin to the upcoming NBL season. Griffin is a former NBA D-League All-Star and boasts a monstrous 7-foot wingspan. Griffin replaces Jacob Wiley, who has exercised his European out clause and signed on to play in the EuroLeague. The 36ers will kick off their season at the new home ground, the Entertainment Centre, this coming October. To golf, and the Simpson Cup is heating up as the finals are only a couple of weeks away. Glenelg and the Grange are battling for top-of-the-table honours as they continue to dominate the competition. The Grange will take on Mid-North, while Glenelg will play Southern on Sunday to see who will come out on top after the last round. In the Women's Sanderson Cup, the Grange have declared themselves as frontrunners after completing round 4 as undefeated. Their final matchup will be against second-place Glenelg before they both head into the finals. In ice hockey, Adelaide Adrenaline put on an impressive performance against the Sydney Ice Dogs, but couldn't scrap a win in the hot contest. Huge congratulations are in order for captain Joey Rezek with 2 points against the Ice Dogs, seeing him hit the milestone of 200 AAHL points. He is the 4th player in team history to hit the 200 mark, joining some elite company. Joey also finds himself 3rd in all-time assists and 5th in all-time goals for the club. Adrenaline will be looking for a much-needed win when they take on the Perth Thunder in WA this weekend. That's all for now. I'll see you next week.